There is in medical circles a widely accepted theory that the very act of taking a risk can improve one's physical and mental well-being. If that theory is true, this man should be very healthy indeed, for he has taken more chances more spectacularly than just about any other mortal within memory. In the process, he has broken his pelvis, his hip, his foot, his hand, his wrist, and his back. And for good measure, he has fractured his nose and sustained a severe concussion. Despite his injuries, he is not only hale and hearty, but is appearing in a movie. His name, of course, is Evel Knievel, and the movie in which he is both subject and star is Viva Knievel. The movie deals with a double challenge, the most dangerous motorcycle jump of Evel's career, and a vicious international drug ring which attempts to murder Knievel and then uses death as a cover in a scheme to smuggle drugs from Mexico into the United States. The film stars Gene Kelly, Red Buttons, Lauren Hutton, Leslie Nielsen, Cameron Mitchell, Eric Olson, Albert Salmi, Frank Gifford, and Marjo Gortner as Jesse.
Being associated with Cheryl Corwin and the people, Warner Brothers and the people on this picture, I don't think a guy like me could help but be a success because they kind of make you, they make you one even if you aren't. And in my case, they're trying to make a racehorse out of a jackass, but I think they're going to get the job done.
I think the good things going to this picture are the fact that we have so many different types in it. It's a potpourri of different people.
Director Gordon Douglas is in charge of this potpourri, and one of his main ingredients is star Red Buttons.
2005, after advance, same guarantee you asked for, you got it.
What about the money you owe me for those bleacher seats you sold I haven't been paid for after the last jump?
What is this? Judgment Day? That's over right now. I am good and sick and tired of having rocks thrown at me. I've taken just about all I'm going to take from this outfit.
No pay, no evil.
Okay. Okay, all you got to do is ask, that's all. Yeah. Here you are. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. It wasn't a sellout, you know.
During the filming of Viva Knievel, we talked with Gene Kelly and others about the fine old art of taking chances.
The idea of risking is a special thing for special people. Bigger risk in making movies than there is in the average commerce that one undertakes every day in everyday business. I was a gymnast, and whenever I can grab anything with my hands, I'm safe.
It reminds me a little bit of when I used to play football because everything is so sharp, everything is so tuned, just like an instrument. And I think that can only take place when there is a risk involved.
But the champion risk-taker of all time, at least in the world of sport, is undoubtedly Robert Craig Knievel. Are Knievel's fans drawn by a desire to cheer him on or to watch him die?
50% of the people go to pull for you and they don't want you to get hurt. And they love it when you live. 30% go not wanting to see an accident or see you get killed, but they don't want to miss it if it does happen. 20% go, I think, to see death. And not that they really want to see it.
Evel Knievel has risked his life on every jump he has ever made. Why?
You know, there's a genuine cult in America, rightfully so, who believe in the things that he does, and the courage that he has.
The courage that he has was vividly demonstrated by his near-disastrous crash at Wembley Stadium in London. Suffering from serious injuries sustained in his fall, Knievel insisted on walking out of the stadium. This is the studio's reenactment of the scene that occurred in Wembley Stadium. This is what it looked like when it happened. Evel's pain was obvious as he was helped down the ramp. But what made him risk further injury by refusing to be carried from the stadium? Was it pride? Was it showmanship? Or was it his way of saying thank you to the 82,000 people who came to see him jump? What makes the fans so loyal to Evel? And what makes Evel so loyal to his fans?
I worked in the copper mines for years. And I quit school and went to work in the mines. I went in the Army and came back out and worked in the mines again. I smile when people ask me for an autograph, and I thank God for it because I had trouble getting my checks cashed when I come up out of those mines, let alone signing an autograph for people. So that might be the philosophy that I have.
He has something that communicates to fans, the stadium, wherever it might be, that they like him. They like him very much.
He's always very conscious about what kids think about him. That part I really respect him because he really cares about kids and people in that show.
I think it's a real disaster to put a young child, whether it be a boy or girl, on a motorcycle on the streets. I think that is a terrible mistake. I think that anybody that rides a motorcycle without a helmet on is committing the biggest mistake they could possibly commit. I think it's a shame. The greatest compliment in life anyone can pay you is trying to be like you. And I've had a lot of kids try and be like me and do what I do, and I don't say that's all so bad. I'm telling them not to do it to the extent that I do it.
So many people get hurt skiing because they don't belong on that particular hill. So many people get hurt riding motorcycles because they don't belong on a motorcycle. So I guess it's preparation, having your act together and knowing what you're doing.
Having your act together is tremendously important in a picture like Viva Knievel, since it involves stunts of unusual difficulty and danger. In this film, daring motorcycle stunts are not the only problems for Evel Knievel.
I want you to know something. I think you're both the worst. Real nothings.
And I think that it's going to work out well.
If any man has ever paid a price for the success he has achieved, it is Evel Knievel. Snake River Canyon, fractured nose.
If I'd have made all those jumps and there was no excitement, no tragedy, I don't think I would have become as well known as I am.
Wembley Stadium, broken pelvis, broken back, broken hand.
Well, I think things just happen, and we have no control over them except for our luck and our own wittiness to try and beat the elements. You might say I kind of crashed my way to success. The Caesar's Palace thing, for instance.
Caesar's Palace, broken pelvis, broken hip, broken foot, broken wrist, severe concussion.
I decided, since I love to ride a motorcycle so much, that I could make a living at it, doing what I like to do, to go to the tracks and put on a stunt show. And I got hurt awfully bad.
To some, he is a hero. To others, he is a madman. But nobody can deny his courage. And if taking chances really does produce good health, Evel Knievel will either live very long or die very young. Viva, Viva Knievel.